Christians are sometimes accused of having a faith that is all about pie in the sky when I die, whereas nothing could be further from the truth. The call to follow Jesus is for every day of the week, every moment of every day. It's not just for Sundays or high days and holy days. Christian faith is not an eternal insurance policy. It's a call to action. It is a way of life. We've asked some local Christians to tell us a little of how their faith in Christ comes alive for them in the workplace, in their homes, in their leisure activities, where they volunteer, wherever everyday life takes place for them. How do they encounter God in the everyday lives they lead? Today, we hear from Stephen Mapstone.
Hi there, I'm Stephen Mapstone. I'm a local preacher in the Southern Methodist Circuit, but this is where I do my day job and where I spend a lot of my time, I guess. It's a community pharmacy that's based in the middle of the Racecourse Estate, or Hall Lane Estate if you want to be posh, in Huntley Spring. We're situated on a row of shops that you often find in an estate like this. We've got the fish and chip shop down the bottom, a tattoo shop, convenience store, and then us here is the pharmacy. Now I'm the pharmacist here and I've been here about 4 years now, and I would say that most people on the estate know me by name, and I speak to quite a lot of them on a regular basis. I think as I've gone through my career, I've started to appreciate the community aspect of community pharmacy more and more. Because yes, people come to me and they talk about their medicines, which is important, but also often as they're talking about the medicines, they're talking about why they're on them, which is often going back to a big time in their life. Or they'll come in to start on a new medicine, and often that's because they've just gone through something really big. I think the value of a place like this really hit home during the pandemic, especially the first lockdown, where we were one of the few places open, and one of the few places that people were allowed to come to. And I think people really appreciated being able to come here, see a familiar face, phone up maybe and hear a familiar voice. Sometimes just walking past the window there and waving and a smile. And I think it was really appreciated, the fact that we were here. And people could come in sometimes, they'd be full of grief because of what's happened. But it's been good to have someone who they could talk to and listen to them for a little while. Often people that I knew because there'd be customers here. I'm also in the community, in the consultation room there. Often we could advertise that as a safe haven if anyone needed to escape the home for whatever reason, for abuse or whatever, and we'd have a place where we'd be able to do things for them, to signpost them to where they need to be. I have found though that I've got to surround my day in prayer, because it's so easy to fill my day with tasks. I guess that's life in general. But I could come in and I could go from 9 till 6 doing jobs, often to the neglect of people who come in. So I find that I've got to start my day in prayer, worshipping God, praying to God, so that when I come to work, I'm ready, my eyes open and alert to where God can use me. Often just offering a listening ear, sometimes helping practical ways, sometimes to pray as they're talking to me, just sing a kind of prayer in the background. And to know to follow them up sometimes with a phone call a few days later or a week later, which people often really appreciate. And I know that if I surround my day in prayer before, during, and then just offering people up to God afterwards, that God very rarely lets a day go by without me being able to use my faith in real and practical ways. And that is something which is a real privilege, and which I always thank God for on a daily basis. Thank you.